This was honestly a very frustrating week for Barcelona fans, and I know all of us are still not feeling well. But hey, we are Barcelona, and this weekend we will be facing our arch rivals, our nemesis, Real Madrid. So, welcome to the tactical preview. Let's take a look at how Barcelona played against Manchester City. We'll be using that game as a template. But as always, guys, please do subscribe to the channel. It's going to help us a lot to get the family to grow even bigger. We upload weekly Barcelona content, so let's get right into this video. Even though Real Madrid has this 4-4-2 diamond, they don't really press like this anymore. For the most part, in the build-up, like you will see in a second in this Champions League game as well, they had Vinny Jr. trying to play the team to one side. And he covers a lot of distance because of his pace, right? And at times, if they want to press high, extremely high, Rodrigo will go out wide, and then Jude Bellingham is the one that joins him up top. Valverde, of course, will take over of the left wing, and here you have another player that's really like a workhorse, right? And then you will see this 4-2-4 situation, the same like Barcelona has. But even though if Jude does not join him, you will see that Camavinga and Rodrigo, they will form like a line of four with Vinny alone up top, and then Cruz, like almost like a 4-1-4-1 situation. They want to actually cut out all nearby situations, and whichever they try to pass to, then you have Toni Kroos try to cut that player off. So the only like really open player will be this player right here, but by then you will already see these players all coming back to defense should the lines be broken. Real Madrid really showcased their pressing structure in this game right here, right? But I don't think Barcelona should have a problem. Like in the game against PSG, we kicked long, and I don't think we should do that. I think we should play out from the back, because look at this. I don't think it's Rodrigo that's going to join Vinny up top to press Barcelona, right? Even if they do like that, we still would have a numerical advantage in order to get the ball up the pitch. But the reason I'm saying it's not Rodrigo, it might be Jude Bellingham, but like I said, either way, we still will outnumber them. But here's the deal, should it be Rodrigo joining, then we're going to have Koundé in acres of space there. And of course, Barcelona's double pivot means that Camavinga is going to be drawn in, or Valverde will be drawn in. But I think towards the right hand side, Barcelona would have two players right here. That's why I think that Rafinha should come in here, and then Gundogan should be in there. So our structure should be like this. Then we have two players here, and we also have two players over there. But if they defend in that that 4-1-4-1 situation, Barcelona is going to even have a better time coming up from the back, right? Because in behind, you're going to have these players that can just receive the ball from these long kicks from Ter Stegen, right? And it's not even necessary to do that, because Koundé is going to be wide, he's going to be covered, and then you can just straightly play through breaking the lines, right? So that is how I would play against the structure of Real Madrid. Right here, we all know that Akanji was actually inverting into the midfield, what John Stones normally do. And City took a big risk of having a back four with Edison. But Barcelona don't need the inverted centre-back, because look at how you have the space in midfield, but out wide, Rodrigo is covering Kyle Walker. But I know Barcelona is going to have a dedicated pivot, so Real Madrid will obviously be prepared for that. So our space will probably be out wide, so we don't need to have that inverting centre-back, right? So that is how I would play. But look at Josko, completely open. But I don't think there's no real way that Real Madrid can trouble us, because I don't think they will dramatically change their structure. And I also think that Barcelona should just be playing through the pressure. We haven't done that in a few games now, because the kicking of Ter Stegen has been working so well. I also don't see how they will be pressing in a front three, because then you can just have these guys totally open, right? And then Barcelona can easily get up the pitch by finding Koundé. You saw what happened against PSG with Mbappe, right? So we should play through the pressure. We have a lot of players back, and yeah, like I said, Real Madrid won't be changing their system too much dramatically in that sense, because of the kicking of the Stegen. But like I said, we should really go back a little bit to playing through the press. But like I said, Ter Stegen's kicking has been working so well, we kind of lost that. So in the build-up phase, I don't think Barcelona should have any real problems. In the mid phase, Real Madrid, of course, have their diamond, which they can outnumber the opposition with, right? But that is why City had the inverted centre back. But when they were defending against Real Madrid, they defended in a 4-2-3-1. That is why you see Toni Kroos had to come out wide here to receive the ball. And then you, of course, see that the striker Haaland here is in between the centre backs to force them basically to one side, which can be a real good tactic that Barcelona should definitely try because, like I said, we got overloaded against PSG as well. The 4-2-3-1 will really provide us with compactness in the midfield and block down the middle, right? But at the same time, if you compact and you shift, you can cover all the immediate options that player has to pass with, right? Like I said, with defensive discipline, even though if the opposition, if they would switch the ball to the other side, you can totally disconnect them, right? But it will be interesting to see the fluidity of these two up front, Vinny and Rodrigo. Because they add fluidity and numbers as well as Jude Bellingham being their number 10. So it's going to be interesting to see where he fits in if we do defend this way. But yeah, the 4-2-3-1 would be the option to defend. It's going to be interesting to see this midfield overload and how it's going to play out. If Rafinha does start on the left side here and inverts, on paper this diamond already leaves some space for the midfield box that Barcelona normally play with. But I would really suggest that we should start early with our back three, because if you only have the two, then there's going to be too much space between Cancelo and Cubarsí. Or we can do like Manchester City did and have a back four with Ter Stegen. But this is a big risk, right? But I would really suggest that we should have an early back three, and then we should just, in the movement here, we can actually move between this triangle right here and the triangle over there, right? But it's highly likely that Real Madrid will alter their diamond, a little bit to match outbox Barcelona. But like I said, the dribbling and movement here is going to be interesting. So whether Real Madrid only presses with Vinicius up front, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how they do this, because Rodrigo here can still be covered by or drawn out by Koundé, right? So interesting to see how the overload is going to happen. At some point in this Champions League match, Manchester City had a 2-3-5 situation going on against Real Madrid. But like I said, a lot of confidence and risk-taking goes into that. Now, whether Barcelona has the confidence to do that is another question, right? But if you have width, you will see that this diamond of Real Madrid will turn into a flat 4-4-2 situation, right? Where you have Bellingham and Vinny up top, because they decided they're going to play transition football because City pushed them back in a major way. So I think it's going to be highly unlikely that Real Madrid defend in this diamond shape. You might see Rodrigo going over to the left side here and Kroos and Kama being in the middle, and then you see the 4-4-2. And if we can manage for them to have this shape, it will be heaven for Barca, because you can see now this overload 4 against 2 in the midfield, all right, and then you can see a 3-on-2 out wide, with this diamond going on here. And like I said, if we can have the 2-3-5 situation, oh my goodness, it's going to be heaven for Barca. But like I said, the confidence is at play here. We cannot move the ball slowly if we want to push this Madrid side back, right? And if we do need this, we can have Frankie de Jong back as well. So really a lot of options for Barcelona to learn from, and a lot of things that we can take away from the City game. But I consider this game to be the season decider for Barcelona, right? Because if you think about it, if we lose this game, we're going to have more points between us and Real Madrid. If we win, it's going to be a kickstart. We're going to not only cut the deficit, but at the same time, it's going to give us confidence because this is Real Madrid, right? But I'm dying to know what you guys think about this. Let me know the score predictions down below, and also what's going to be important. Subscribe as always. It's going to help us a lot to get the family to grow. Thank you very much for watching this video. Goodbye.